Biden's approval rating sinks. Public disapproval higher than ever before this supposed millennial story. Results of a new poll released on Sunday show a further decline. Tyler may want to pull up the poll. In President Biden's approval rating, coupled with the likewise increase in his disapproval rating, the poll shows Biden now sits at a mere 38% approval rating, while his disapproval rating shot up to 59%. The poll was conducted at a joint effort of Suffolk University and USA Today, which wrote that it had found that Biden's support had cratered among the independent voters who delivered his margin of victory over former President Donald Trump a year ago. Vice President Kamala Harris had similar results from recent polls. She is currently at 51% disapproval rating, and only 28% of those polled approved of the job she's doing. Whoa, that's very low.
She's crushing it. So first thing that I thought of when I was reading this is obviously we were talking about yesterday when we were preparing how reliable are polls. What are this, what are that, what are the other? So first thing I went to was where my head went was if do approval ratings matter, and what do they say about the midterms? If we read here, second and more importantly, the third paragraph here, presidential approving ratings in recent years have been a decent indicator of what happens in midterms. In the last four, meaning 2006, 2010, 2014, and 2018, the incumbent president's disapproval rating was higher than his approval, and in all four cases, the president's party lost a sizable block of the House seats. And if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see here just kind of where their ratings were at. So obviously, I think that this is, does it matter on him and what he cares about? I think there's probably an ego aspect of your approval rating, this, that, and the other, when you're in the office. But beyond that, it's for me, it's the bigger indicator of what is the country saying, like where are things going. And if the House flips in the midterm election next year, it's going to be very challenging for him to do anything as hard as it has been already now when he's had all three houses.
Moly. Look at the change. So for Clinton, it was minus 52. Party seats change. House midterms, minus 52. Damn. Clinton plus 5 on the second term, plus 8 Bush, minus 30 Bush. Obama minus 63. Crushed. And on Obama, minus 13. Both times he lost. And then Trump was minus 40. So Trump's the third worst between Obama and Clinton. Mm-hmm. And Bush and Clinton are the only ones that had a positive on one of the midterms. Wow. Okay.
So Bush was
how
actually...
How bad do you think this is going to be with Biden? How bad?
The thing with Bush...
What do you mean by how bad?
The flip.
Oh, the House?
Yeah.
Or the midterms?
Yes.
Oh, I think they're going to get crushed.
Like crushed, like worse than Obama crushed? Minus 63 like that?
Look,
I can see that.
I mean, Biden could be the GOAT if he does that.
I don't know about I don't know about that, but here's what I do know. I think there might be people out there that are going to laugh, but that's fine. I think we've seen the worst of Biden. Like he just had something.
He's going to make a comeback.
I think he just had something this week that's actually going to help him. Think about what's happened over the last 6 months. Number one, his not handling COVID has not been effective. The way that they left Afghanistan, I think short term that hurt him. Long term that might help him. Long term, if he runs for re-election, which I don't even know if he will. Afghanistan was a disaster short term. Everything that's happened with inflation, with the supply chain, not good. Obviously, Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema getting in the way, the Let's Go Brandon thing. I think a lot of the bad stuff has happened, and he's sort of weathered the storm. Sort of. But he needed a win, and he just got a win with this infrastructure bill. And I've been talking about they've been talking about the need for an infrastructure bill for how long? 40 freaking years? And in my opinion, Trump really messed up when he went to tackle Obamacare and healthcare before before infrastructure. But speaking of net approval, so there's a website called 538. You familiar with this?
Yeah.
The one we're on right
Okay.
now.
Is this 538?
Yep.
All right, so net approval. How unpopular is Joe Biden? Net approval, currently he's minus 9. Minus 9. Trump, minus 18. Obama, plus 9. George W. Bush, plus 76. For whatever reason, people love George W. Bush. Plus 76. Bill Clinton, plus 3.5. George H.W. Bush, plus 37. Ronald Reagan plus 18, Jimmy Carter plus 24. That's over the last 40 years. All I'm saying is these things are important, and people didn't understand why Trump wouldn't get elected again, his net approval rating was shockingly horrible.
So let me ask you this question one more time. Do you think he's going to beat the president and become the GOAT of the most seats flipping? You think he's going to beat Obama's record?
I don't think he's going to beat Obama's
That's a great record to hold, by the way. And how many seats you lose. Catastrophic. So let's talk about it because it's about to happen. Will it be more than Obama? Will it be less than Obama?
No, I don't think it will be more than Obama.
Will it be more than Trump?
I think it will be.
So what do you think the number is going to be? 50? 45?
In that 40 range.
In the 40 range. Okay. What do you think? You think it's going to be 61, 63?
I'm thinking in the 50-60 range.
Okay, because 60 is a massive number.
But then again, I'd
By
say
the way, you
there's a
said something about
general
Afghanistan. Did you see this speech Biden gave like 15 years ago or 10 years ago? You got to hear what he said on the right way to leave Afghanistan. Okay. Stop.
Okay, stop. Okay, go. There's one Twitter video up there that's audio.
That's very annoying.
Up. Tyler, go up. And then to the left. 3 taps to the left. There's a Barstool video.
Kai, how does it feel to be on this side of the equation?
I love it. But you guys got to see this thing.
What is going on here, Kai?
Okay, go back to
while they're working on this.
Click on
Biden
it.
needs some victories
No,
in order to win the crowd. You talked about winning the crowd. We talked about Gladiator. Biden needs some victories. He hasn't had many.
Click on media. Go to the top and click on media. It's the fast. On the Twitter, go all the way to the top. Go to media right there. Okay. Okay. So then just go down. Keep going down until you get to the video. Go. It's going to come up. Here's what Biden said about the right way to leave Afghanistan 10 years ago. Make it bigger.
About what our options are in the
Listen.
war. If tomorrow the order goes out from I'm President of the United States.
20 years ago.
Order,
15 years ago.
End the war today, begin to withdraw all American troops. It will take a year to get the American troops out. Do you hear me now? That's the truth. It will take a year to get them physically out. Now, if you leave all the equipment behind, you might be able to do it in 7 months. And you leave those billions of dollars of weapons behind, I promise they're going to be used against your grandchild and mine someday.
Pause
and
it.
It makes a big difference to
Adam, what do you think about that? Do you agree with them?
This didn't age well, is what you're saying.
It didn't age well, buddy. Because, but here's the thing. In an honest, I want you to be.
Yep.
Does he not sound presidential here?
Yes.
He did.
He sounds presidential.
Well, that's when
here.
he was running in 08.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is he sounds like, listen, he made sense. But so for him to say what he said then, he did the complete opposite, leaving Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you've seen this nowhere in the media being shared. You've not seen this anywhere in the media being shared. David Harris Jr. shared this, and then I posted on Twitter. You hear a plan that he knew what was the right thing to do, and they still didn't do what he knew was the right thing to do just 13 years ago. I don't think he forgot about it. I just think
How
they didn't
much
do it that
do
way.
you respect Joe Biden?
I don't think it's a respect thing. I don't think he's a number one. I've never said I don't respect the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's a number one. It's that simple for me. I respect you. I don't know if you would do a better job running this place than Mario, because I don't think you would want to do that. And I think your position of strength is in a different place. Mm-hmm. Just like, when's the last time you saw Mario on the podcast?
He almost was on for the 100th episode.
When have you seen Mario on the podcast?
No,
Why not? Why not? So think about it. So this isn't like I'm not a favoritism guy. I'm very much about knowing who's going to do good here, who's going to do good there, who's going to do good here, and that's not his job. Biden's not meant to be there. Period. This ain't got nothing to do whether I like him, respect him, or don't respect him. It's just not his position.
You don't think he should be at the top, is what you're saying?
I don't think he should be number one.
When he was running then.
That's an advisor. That's a guy that you're like, hey, what do you think? He was a great VP. I think that's good. Like when he's speaking like that, he made everything he said he made sense.
Who'd be a better number one, him or Hillary Clinton?
That's
better
not even
number
a question.
one.
It's not. Hillary's a number one.
Hillary's a number
There's
one.
no question about it. She's
Really?
not a number one. I agree with the values and principles.
but you think she is a number
She's
one?
an absolute number one. She's an absolute number one.
Obama's a number one.
Obama's a number one.
Trump's a number one.
Trump's a number one.
Jimmy Carter.
Not a number one.
Not a number one.
And
So how do
Adam is a number one to me, and hopefully before 43, a number one for
Thank you.
somebody. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.